pen that.
So here we go. We are off in the next race, and here we have the women's U16 quadruple sculls with Coxed in lane 0. We have Lake Phalen rowing in lane 1. We have Litchfield in lane 2, Miami Beach rowing in lane 3, Atlanta Junior in lane 4, North Bay in lane 5, Newport Sea Base rowing in lane 6, Los Gatos, and in lane 7, Parati. Now, what's interesting is we've seen a number of these crews, at least these clubs, in these finals, which is a testament to the strength of their program. Now we're going through the first 500, and it looks to me that out in the lead is lane 0. So that would be your Lake Phalen rowing.
It looks like a pretty tight phalanx of boats. They're all sticking together, except for that Lake Phalen rowing has established an early lead. The first 500 meters, they made the most of it.
Yeah, and it looks like Miami Beach rowing and Newport are really working hard to see who is going to be in second there. So going from left to right, we have Lake Phalen, which looks to be in the lead. We have Litchfield, which is in contact with the general pack there as they're starting to make a move a little bit on that Miami Beach rowing club. And then in that lane 3, we have Atlanta Juniors, North Bay, and then it looks to be in second place maybe that Newport Sea Base rowing club.
Making a stand out in that outside lane.
Yeah, that's right. And we've talked about this, how the races are seated. And so in this outside lane, you have a situation where this crew is maybe finding a little bit more speed than they've had throughout this regatta.
What accounts for that? Is that a changing in the conditions, or are they surmounting the obstacle of a perhaps windier lane?
Yeah, so you have a number of factors. Maybe it was the coach decided to make some changes with the rigging. Maybe and when I say rigging, that's the adjustments of the length of the oars, where the foot stretchers are in the boat, or maybe the crew had a meeting and said, look, we can do better. We know we can do better. And so as these athletes row down this course, that's the question. To me, the thing is, you are here. You're in the finals. You have a chance to race for a medal. Everything else that happened before, we're commentating on that, but it doesn't matter to these athletes because they are hungry, they're here, and they want it.
Nothing else in the world exists except for this race, except for the athlete in front of you and behind you. And don't forget about the coxswain in the front of the bow.
Yeah, and it looks like coming through that 1,000, we have Lake Phalen rowing in the top spot, and it looks like in lane 5 that Newport Sea Base crew is here. It is. Here's that shot. Look at those oars.
That's a symphony of swinging blades if ever I saw one.
These young ladies are putting on a show right now. You can see they are rowing together, getting their hands out of the bow, pressing down at the catch, pushing those paddles to the stern of that boat and really making it sing.
Making it sing, cutting through the water. It looks smooth. It looks sharp.
Yeah, and people look at this and they say, oh, rowing's so easy, but to achieve that synchronicity takes hours of training, hours of hard work. Now we're getting a look at those young women from Newport Sea Base, and they are putting on they're having their symphony over here. And so they are moving, trying to hold on to that second place spot.
You said it takes hours. Could it take years?
Did I say hours? Well, for some of it takes. No, you are absolutely correct. It can take years, and who knows, maybe these young ladies have been rowing together for a while. Maybe they're new. Maybe they were here last year and they've made changes. So there's all types of factors that go into that. Maybe there's a brilliant coach. All of these things go into play. But what I really loved was how well they're moving together, how well they're executing the timing and getting their oars in together, how well they're pushing off the catch together. There's very little in terms of inefficiency that you're seeing out of that crew.
Eliminating small inefficiencies is the name of the game, and there's so many ways that can happen. You just alluded to the fact that the coaches might be making small changes to the rigor, to the infrastructure of the boat. Every second counts, the erg times. There's so many small changes that can lead to a victory.
That's right. And as we come into that extra tough last 500, it is Lake Phalen rowing that are your leaders, followed by Newport Sea Base rowing. And we're going to have to dig to see who is in that third place spot. There's a lot of rowing. We have boats that are in contact, racing hard. Who will be able to call up something a little bit more to make it?
Newport's definitely calling something up.
That's right, and it looks like Atlanta Juniors are currently in that third place spot, but we have Lake Phalen, and it looks like Newport Seabase is trying to make a little bit of a move there. As we come in, you will soon be able to see the athletes on your shore. Make sure to cheer. They can hear every cheer. It will help them excel. So here we go. We are winding up for the last 250 meters of this race.
Make it big. Make these athletes feel your presence.
That's right, and so as Lake Phalen continues to row hard, Newport Seabase is trying to push themselves up a little bit more. Each stroke they're pushing. They're trying to see if they can close any distance. Right now it looks like they may have that silver medal spot, but can they do anything to shut down this move by Lake Phalen rowing?
All right, they're in the red buoys.
That's right, the red buoys. Red means go, as Grace Latz is fond of saying, and these athletes are going. We have over in lane 0, Lake Phalen rowing. They are pressing hard. We have in lane 5, Seabase rowing, Newport Seabase, and they are pushing hard to try to close down any distance, but they better move soon. They're going to need something hard, but here we go. Over in lane 1, we have Litchfield Hills trying to make a move to move up into a spot over those Atlanta Juniors who are trying to hold them off. So going past the finish line, we have Lake Phalen that has wrapped it up. Now will Newport Seabase do it? Newport Seabase has done it.
From the outside, Newport.
That's right. And now we have Atlanta Juniors, followed by Litchfield, followed by Los Gatos. Oh, pardon me. I may have boggled that one.
The margins are so tight. It's hard to tell when they're crossing the finish line.
That's right. Finishing up Los Gatos, that was North Bay, followed by Los Gatos and Parati. Woo, that was some good stuff there. I have been amazed by the level of racing. I mean, I know that you've watched some tapes, watched some videos of the rowing, but how does it feel being here in this environment, seeing this regatta?
Well, at Benderson, it's the vibes are different. The atmosphere is electric. You can see there's hundreds of boats. There's 3,500 athletes that have competed here. Friends and family supporting these athletes, all this hard work, all this dedication, and it's in the air. You can hear it through the cheers. You can see people sprinting down the beach to keep up with the athletes that they're supporting. There's a battalion of bikes on the other side with the coaches trying to help out. I don't know how they get back so fast.